this picture back so you turn it. So I'm not. Okay.
You guys look cute.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. You are watching the Wise Morning Coffee Chat, you guys. Super excited to be here this morning. Afternoon. I keep forgetting that it's afternoon time. So I'm trying to keep track of all the comments coming in, but welcome. My name is Jennifer Sanchez. I am the founder of the Women's Institute of Self-Development and Efficacy. I know that's super long, WISE for short. I also launched a co-ed brand called the WISE Alliance Network, more for entrepreneurs. I help women become unshakable, faith-filled, and purpose-driven. And now we're working with entrepreneurs to help them get to the next level through masterminds, networking events, and boot camps. And then, of course, I am also a real estate investor. So I can purchase property 30 days or less, cash for your property, no inspection, no fees, no surveys, all that good stuff. You can reach out to me. I'm your girl. I want to be that resource girl for you guys. So that is me. I will pass it over to our co-host, and then we'll pass it over to our guests.
Hey everyone, this is Marta Razo. I am so blessed and grateful to be here. It's my birthday, and then we're doing it at a mansion. Like, wow, it couldn't align anywhere more perfect. And
you look so cute too.
Absolutely, I love that dress. And this was Jennifer's idea, and then it perfectly aligned with Virginia's event. Like, God is amazing. So who am I? I am the CEO of Güeros Palettes. I love moving the world with wood pallets. I am the founder of the Accelerator Business Summit coming pretty soon, October 3 and 4. I also have a book series called Business Diva. I'm finishing my doctorate in industrial engineering. That's another conversation for another time. And I also have the privilege to be an investor in many areas. So that is me in a nutshell.
All right, let's pass it over to our guests.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This is so wonderful to be able to gather with like-minded, empowering women. And before I go a little bit into my background, I just want to say buon compleanno, how we say in Italian, and happy birthday to you. It's an honor and a privilege to be here to celebrate your birthay and doing an interview with Jennifer Sanchez today. So
Feliz cumpleaños. I'll throw the Spanish one in there.
I love it so much.
Wait, how'd you say happy birthday?
Buen compleanno.
Oh, that's nice. I love it. So go for it. Let everyone know who you are.
My name's Virginia Rose. I am a multifaceted entrepreneur. A little bit about me. I'll do my best to do a little bit of a nutshell. I am the owner of Choose You Consulting. I'm a performance consultant, a life coach. I also help with relationship coaching and stuff just because of my background being a domestic violence survivor, which led me to my path of hosting women's empowerment networking events, which is what brought us here to the mansion today. I have a background in fashion, modeling, dance. I spent most of my career as a mother of 3 children and an international fashion photographer and artist.
Wow.
I'm an international best-selling author, and I am also the chairwoman and founder of a corporation called Virginia Rose Vini and Art. And I also teach runway, vocal coaching, posing coaching, and I do event hosts all around Chicago for different type of events, diversity events, unisex events, but my main platform is women's empowerment because I just want to help survivors and women really find their voice and to be able to promote their businesses in a safe space. So that's a little bit about me.
Oh my God. Now, guys, she's like a dynamo, all right? Like when I let me just go into this real quick, because when I met you and I was like, okay, cool. Like, I think you told me, you're like, yeah, I do this. I was like, oh, that's cool, right? I thought, but I didn't understand the depth of what you do, right? And then I was like, I saw that you're putting on women's events, and Marta, you're supporting her event, right? And then finally I was like, oh no. I was like, she's a badass. Like, she's an alpha female for real. And I think you were so meek and humble about it when I met you.
I appreciate that.
And I was just like, okay, let me just support. You know, one of the biggest things I want to collaborate and support, that's like, I got to do that for any woman that I come across. I'll support, right? Because the last thing that's what I want to do is compete. That's not my stilo. But then I started reading your bio, looking at your pictures. I was I was like, oh my God, I started getting excited with everything
love
that you're
that.
doing. So she is amazing, you guys,
Thank
but
you.
I want to make sure that I give her kudos.
That means a lot to me. It's, I know we're probably going to discuss this later into the show. Backstage, we kind of discussed about how difficult it can be to kind of have to be an alpha businesswoman sometimes when you really want to be in your feminine energy. And sometimes we can be intimidating just by being intelligent or beautiful or well put together, well spoken, having good energy, right? It creates this kind of push pull where people want to know you, but they're not sure, or they want to talk about you because you're kind of like a foreign object to them. So I just want to say that I really appreciate when other powerful, amazing women recognize someone that's in that space, and that you humbly came to me as well as I was humble with you guys, and that we all support each other, because that's the energy I'm trying to create for these empowerment events. And that's why people are showing up and venues are connecting with me to give me the space, because they see I'm authentic and you're authentic and you're authentic, and authenticity is so powerful. So if I could give a message, I would just tell people, keep being yourself. People, you will attract your tribe. Your vibe will attract your tribe.
Yeah. I don't know. What were your thoughts, Marta, when you met Virginia?
I met Virginia by Marcin at that event by this powerful woman. What was the name of the woman?
Lauren Ridinger, and it was so I used Motives Cosmetics, but she does the Shop America and shop.com, and I actually had the honor and privilege of meeting her all the way back in 2013, and it was like a powerhouse entrepreneurial conference, and that was the first time that we ever kind of discovered each other, and we took the most amazing photo ever. So shout out to Marcin, my mentor, my personal life coach, for introducing us, because look what it led to. It was amazing.
And that's what I love about Marcin. He's really good at connecting. So that's where we met. And then where did we meet again? Through Tony P's events. She hosted an event with Tony P's, and it was just an incredible panel of women. So when you put this event and you told me, Martha, do you want to speak at my event? I was like, yes, I'm jumping on it, because Virginia produces one of the most best events when it comes to speakers. I mean, choose a venue. Who chooses a mansion?
A princess.
A princess.
A
you
queen.
see?
Queen for
I
queens.
love that. This is well. Let's go into coffee time. Let's do coffee time, because I'm excited.
yes.
I want to have all these
Cheers to
conversations.
my favorite cup.
And I know Marta has her water over there. I see it on the table. She doesn't have
Our
her.
lovely assistant, production assistant,
Yes.
AD's gonna give it to her.
Yes, I have Ines. I have my 16-year-old supporting me today. Give her water, please, baby. Thank you. You're not going to be in the shot. Just stick your arm out. She's like, I don't want to be in this shot.
Gotta love live TV, right? You gotta keep the show going. Thank you to our AD.
Yeah, thank you. But so what are you drinking? Let's go there. What are you guys drinking? Everyone that's watching, this is a coffee chat show, right? So share what you're drinking. This morning, did you have your coffee? Are you having a shake? Do you want to go first? Share what you're drinking?
Oh, yeah. So thanks to Sarah from the Stand Mansion, who is so hospitable. I have a delicious latte here for me. I start my morning every morning with coffee. And I have a little story since you're sharing about your birthday. So my daughter Rachel bought me this cup for my birthday, and I drink out of it every single morning.
Aw.
That's how I start my day. Winnie the Pooh's been my favorite since I was a little girl. So I have my special cup here of coffee.
Oh, Winnie the Pooh. I love Winnie the Pooh.
I love Winnie the Pooh too. He has the honey.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
No, she
Anyway,
didn't.
so I'm drinking water, but this morning I actually went to a coffee shop, my favorite coffee shop, Cork and Bean in Oak Lawn, and I had breakfast with my son
Aw.
and this amazing gentleman. There's something called Breakfast with Martha. So if you ever want to have breakfast with me, I am open for it. If we're talking about business, math, and investing, okay? Don't think any other conversations.
There you go.
So right now I'm just drinking water, but what I drank there was chai latte. I can't drink coffee. I already have enough energy, so coffee
Yeah, I
actually
agree.
turns me down.
Really?
So I
It's a
feel
downer.
sleepy.
Really?
Yeah, so it doesn't work for me. So now I'm just drinking water. But chai latte is good because it has that texture of coffee, but it's just tea.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, now I learned something new.
There's a beautiful place that we got to connect that's downtown that does those chai. I'm new to chai. It's delicious, and I feel like it's healthy and it gives you a little bit more energy. I'm a coffee addict. I cannot start my morning without coffee. I think that goes back to my teenage days as a figure skater, getting up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to be at the rink.
Oh my
But
God.
I know what you're saying because I actually do drink coffee in the evenings. We do in Italy as well. And it does make you kind of sleepy. It's so strange. I can't explain it. It does give you, it's the warmth, I think. It gives you like a relaxing vibe.
I think I like the warmth of coffee or any tea, but I'm gonna try chai latte. I don't really have them.
So delicious.
Right now, I just have my sugar-free vanilla latte from Starbucks, guys. That's all I have. I'm gonna try it. Next one, I'm gonna do it.
Chai vanilla latte. That one's good too.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. See, I'm trying to cut back on the sugar, so that's why I'm doing sugar-free or straight black. But yeah, that's what I have today. So if you guys are watching, make sure you guys share what you're drinking. But I love this, and I love the fact that you do breakfast in the mornings with clients and partners and stuff. I think that's great.
I had Angela with me too. This is what's amazing. My son listens to all the conversations.
He's gonna be very smart.
He is, especially from you, Miss Rocket Scientist over here. Literally, I'm not joking. She's like data rocket science person over here
Powerhouse.
for sure. Okay, so let's go into the conversation. Let's go into learning more about Virginia for all the viewers that are watching. And of course, I want to make sure I give a shout out to Marta. She is the sponsor of the show for today. So check out the Accelerator
Thank
Business
you.
Summit. I know that's something that I promote all the time, but if you don't know, we do have the link and I'll keep promoting it throughout the show. If you guys want to learn more, there's the website for Accelerator Summit. Go to xbsinfo.com to learn more about the summit. But let's go straight into meeting Virginia. So, Virginia,
Yes.
you're a figure skater. That's even more exciting for me.
Yes.
So deep down, I used to love watching. Was it Channel 9? I think it was Channel 9. They would show the figure skating like as a kid, and I just love watching the gymnasts and the figure skaters. Those were like my favorite, especially during the Olympics.
Absolutely.
I could never miss those. I've been bad this year, but usually I never miss those. So tell us a little bit about the figure skating world that you were in growing up, and then we'll go into everything else that you do.
Okay, so I wanted to be a figure skater for as long as I can remember, since I was sock skating in my grandparents' foyer when I was a little girl after church in my little dress ruffled socks. And I lived in Florida, and I kept on telling my family, I want to be a figure skater. I want to be a figure skater. And every year that I can remember, I asked for them to put a figure skater on my birthday cake. And I watched the Olympics. I can remember my grandparents or my mom turning it on for me and saying, when I grow up, I'm going to be a figure skater. And they were like, oh, you're so cute, honey. We live in Florida. There's no ice. And I was like, you don't understand. Like, I'm going to be. Well, fast forward just a little bit. They, by the grace of God, built an ice rink, a brand new ice rink, less than 1 mile from my mother's home. And I had been really studying figure skating all my life before my feet ever touched the ice. I roller skated, I did dance, I did ballet classes, I did all the things. So I feel like I had, God was preparing me from as a little child. And as soon as that ice rink opened, I started. And I think because of my love for the sport, that within, I would say, a year to 18 months, I was probably at the level that somebody had been skating already for many, many years. And I went from doing group sessions to getting picked up by a private coach, Miss Eileen. She was the most amazing coach ever. And then immediately starting to train for competition. And I can just say that I was a natural, and I'm grateful for my talents for that, because it feels like you're flying, and I enjoyed it. I was a part of ISI and USFSA Figure Skating Association. And I wanted to be a professional figure skater. I wanted to skate for Disney on Ice. Unfortunately, I was in an accident, and I wasn't able to move forward with that because of my injuries as far as a professional. But I did do something that was empowerment. I'm all about empowerment. So when I was 39, they were building yet another rink where I lived. And I was watching it go up brick by brick. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do a gift for myself. After 20 years, I'm going to train. I'm going to Rocky train, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to be in the best shape of my life for my 40th birthday. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to skate for me, not for competition, not to be a professional, but I'm going to do it. And that's the videos that you see.
Wow. that
Choose
is
You Consulting on
awesome.
Instagram if you want to see a couple of them.
Yeah, we're gonna share the link. So find her. I just admired that, and I was like, wow. I mean, people that are athletic are always admirable. They have like discipline, right? They have like the grit. They like keep pushing forward, like through pain. So I mean,
Oh yeah.
you obviously know how that goes. So anyone that is there's any athleticism in them, they understand like you push through this. Period.
Oh yes. I mean, to see my body transform. And during that time, I got COVID. I went through hardships. I was going through difficulties. I had a heat stroke because I was living in the desert at the time. And something inside me just kept saying like, keep going, keep going, keep going. And I tell you what, the day that I went back to the ice rink, there was no one in the rink except for one little young girl that was 22 years old named Sophia. I believe her name was Sophia. And I just, my feet touching the ice again. And I was just skating out there and I was kind of alone, by myself. And she came out and she was like, are you a professional skater? And I said, well, I'm not. And I told her my story and she just hugged me. We cried together. And I just felt like it was like this little angel. And she was like, you're so inspiring, but she was inspiring to me. And it was like, I was just there to do it myself, but having somebody that recognized my efforts and was like, it doesn't look like you've ever been away from the ice for even a day. And I've been back a few times, but never like that in 20 years. So that was very empowering.
Wow.
And that showed me that no matter what I set my mind to in this world, you can do it through 2 car accidents. I've given birth to 3 children. I have had physical ailments and injuries, but to be able to overcome that and to be able to set my mind to something and execute it. Now, any boardroom, business, company, event, I just set my mind to it and do it.
I love that. Do you have it? Just want to make sure, Marta. I know she has I can see her mind's turning.
I have a question, and I'm working on this one, and I'm prioritizing this one now. My health, like when she gets up, you're gonna see she looks like a Barbie.
Yes, absolutely.
Right from the box. I
Absolutely.
mean, she's so gorgeous. How do you keep this shape? And give us some tips. Like, this is incredible.
Yeah, for sure. 3,
Okay.
Yep, Mama 3, all that. Yep.
That means a lot to me. So water intake is very important. So I've always been a very big water drinker. Mental health, I feel like, is really important.
I love that.
So the reason I want to touch on
good.
that is because when we are in very stressful environments in our life, and Lord knows I have been as a domestic violence survivor, our bodies produce a lot of cortisone, and cortisone and that chemical tends to have our bodies, even when we're eating healthy, even when we're cutting calories, we hold on to weight and we're like, why can I not get this weight off? So I think the most important tip that I could ever give to a person would be to take care of your mental health, take care of your spiritual health, guard your circle. Are people around you? Okay, so we're almost like plants, right? So whoever surrounds us, that's what we're going to believe. If we're around people that are like, Martha, I know you're going to hit your goal this week. I know you're going to do great. I know you look amazing. I know you're trying to lose 5 pounds or whatever, work on your calves or whatever it is. And there's people that are encouraging you in your circle. Yeah. You're going to hit that goal a lot better. That's why I do life coaching and performance coaching. When you're around a negative space, oh, you think you're better than everybody. Oh, you look like you've kind of gained a couple pounds. Like, oh, are you stressed? You're going to absorb that and you're going to pick that up. Guard your circle, guard your mental health, guard your spiritual health, create a routine for yourself, whatever that routine is that you can rely on, and get to the gym, even if it's only 2 to 3 days a week. Walk outside in nature. Nature's very healing, grounding. Just take care of you the best that you can, and you're going to get the body that you want. I believe in you.
I love that. I love that. And I think what I like about what you just said, and I think trauma also is part of why people hold a lot of weight on their body, right? When you're in stressful situations, you tend to overeat. Like, you don't even sleep enough, your body's going to hold more cortisone. Like, I hate that. cortisol thing, right? But it's just part of how our body protects itself. I mean, even if like you research on empaths, you're a life coach, so I'm sure that, right? So an empath, and we talked about empaths before, but like you yourself might put on extra weight just because you're trying to protect yourself from energy of other people.
Absolutely.
And you don't even realize that, right? So I know that this is going to be like above and beyond conversation because I'm just super excited. I know we're going to go into we're going to weave in and out of these conversations, but let me share these comments real quick. Keep them coming. Don't be shy. We have, Mayra,
Hey, Mayra.
she just signed up for the coaching program.
Woo!
So she's going to be a whole different Mayra in 3 months with me.
I was part of the program. So if you are hesitant about being part of Jennifer's mentorship program, do it. It changed me a lot too.
It did.
Extremely.
It did. I was even surprised. I was like, wait, what? What's going on now? Like, I'd be like, what? But that's great.
I am super more organized now. When I came to her coaching program, it was just a mess.
No, she wasn't a mess. I always say and I'm sure you can relate with this, Virginia. We come alongside. I never say I know more or any of that. I just say I come alongside you and support you and help you get to the goal.
Accountability buddy. Sometimes if you have one person cheering you on, sometimes that's all you need. And sometimes it needs to be a person that's not a family coworker or friend. It needs to be somebody at outsource, because we're going to give constructive criticism. We're going to give it direct. We're not trying to harm you. We have no history with you. We just want to see you succeed. And so sometimes I think that's more beneficial than a mother, a sister, an ex, or a friend, a coworker, something like that. Because it comes from an honest, integral place.
A spouse or a partner.
It can be too much of a bandwidth overload whenever they're like, it's too personal. It's too close.
Agree. They're too close. They know your issues. They're more critical about what you do, right? And even though they might feel like I'm contributing, I'm helping, right? It might be hard because you guys are just so comfortable with one another. You might take it personal. So I get everything that you're saying. Totally.
It's too close. And sometimes people want to see you that know you do well, but not better than them. I'm sorry I said it.
It is so true.
Wow, that sucks. I'm like, wow, that sucks. Yeah.
I actually was talking to Jennifer not too long ago about this, but I've seen some people who I'm all excited about my event and stuff, but then because I've done better than them, they don't seem that excited.
That's why you gotta go to strangers.
Yeah.
You gotta go to strangers. No, and me and Ron noticed this. It's so interesting. We get more business when we travel outside of the state than in home. But I still have hopes in everybody here. So we're all gonna come to the Accelerator Business Summit.
That's exactly right.
I love what you said.
I am excited to learn more about that. I have watched your journey and what you're doing. And I want to commend you as a person that's done media, radio, podcast, television, PBS, all the things. I can see your confidence building from the time that I met you, even though it was just a few months ago. I think it was the beginning of summer, right? Like April, maybe April, May. I can see that because we've connected at a few events. I watched her go on stage with Flava Podcast, great media podcast. I can see that your interviews are getting stronger. I can see that you're believing in yourself more. I can see your articulation. I can see that you're getting more confident in yourself. And I just want to say, as an observer, I'm glad I get the opportunity to tell you this, because I've been watching it and I take notice to people because I know there's a lot of people that need help with doing, voiceovers, or they need to find, like, how do I speak? How do I sit? We were talking about posing, knowing your body and how to position yourself for an interview so you feel comfortable and look comfortable. But I see you're getting better and better, and it's not easy. It's not easy. So great job. I just want to say that to you.
Oh, that's so cool on your birthday. Oh, that's so good. You guys are awesome.
Compliment.
I know. Compliment Marta. She has been working really hard, and that's awesome that Virginia just did that on the air. But let me show these comments real quick.
The truth.
Irina, hey Irina, she said athletes are competitive. Absolutely. We have Tilsa, she wrote happy birthday.
Thank you, Tilsa.
Beautiful. We have Delilah, she said amen. She said hello ladies. We have Mayra said yes, I'm so excited. And then Isali, what's up Isali? That's why I'm overweight. LOL. Too much bad energy surrounding. Totally agree. Isali, you just had a baby girl. Stop stop it. She literally just had a baby like a couple months ago. So, give yourself grace, girl. You look good. Mayra, thank you for the opportunity. Then we have Delilah. You said a word! Exclamation point. Yes. Oh,
Wow,
we got them coming in.
We got so many comments this morning.
I know. Great job, ladies, and happy birthday, Marta Razo. You are all glowing beautifully. Yes, thank you, Erica. And Erica was the one that just got me on the runway a couple of weeks ago. She was the one that put me on that. Yes, Erica's awesome.
And she has these patches. Like, she encourages people to get back into doing their hobbies.
Yeah.
And she was so kind. She gifted me a purple domestic violence survivor patch that I can put on like a jean jacket or something. But she was so mindful, so thoughtful, so encouraging, and I'm super excited because she's going to be at our next event.
Yeah,
so.
Erica's awesome. And she's a big domestic violence advocate as well, which I absolutely. We have another one, Freya Oro. Happy birthday. It's Raquel. Actually, she got a different nickname up here, Raquel. I know Raquel. So we have all these ladies. Keep them coming. Don't be shy. Keep commenting. I'll try to. Absolutely. As we're having the conversation, feel free to chime in. I'm going to try my best to keep showing them and going back and forth in the conversation.
Ladies, now that you joined this, imagine you're enjoying our conversation right here. Imagine actually physically being in this space. It's incredible.
Yes.
So come Thursday, right? Thursday?
It's next week.
Next Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Okay.
Yes.
Please tell us. Oh my God.
Yes. So it's August 20th. It's going to be from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m.
Yes.
at the Stan Mansion in Logan Square.
Right.
If you go on Instagram at Choose You Consulting, and Jennifer will give you more information, I'm sure, at the end of the show.
Absolutely.
But if you go, it's in the stories. It's going to be on Jennifer Sanchez's page. I know it's on Martha's page. It's on Dominica Pugh's page. We're all posting the Eventbrite link. You're welcome to contact Jennifer. She can send it to you directly, or we can give it to you in an email. We can have approximately about 80 attendees. We are looking for vendors and speakers. We have a few spaces left, but please contact immediately because I know those spaces are going to go rather quickly.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the event. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit. So let's go into the event because I still want to talk more about just life. But
Yes. Okay.
But tell us a little bit about the event and what to expect for those that are watching.
So I've been hosting women's empowerment events for approximately 1 year in Chicago. I've been doing them for a long time, but this is going to be the event of the season, I assure you. This is the Opera House was quite lovely. We did many events there and it was wonderful, but that was more of a business, corporate-y type of venue. This venue is for you, ladies. I want you to feel like a queen because you are a queen. I want you to feel like a princess. I want you to feel beautiful. I want you to be able to bring your sister, your daughter, your coworker. It is going to be an 18 up and ages 18 and up event, but please, if you have a teenage daughter, a sister, something, please bring them. The event is going to have speakers such as Martha and Julia Fetty, who is a model, and she's also a woman of empowerment. We're going to be having different vendors. There will be a cocktail hour.
And what about me? You're
going to be
I'm a speaker too.
Yes. I was going to
I'm gonna put her on the spot right now.
No, as our media, because I want to say thank you so much. We have media support. So Jennifer and also Sully from Doll Revolution, she's going to be coming out. And we're very grateful because we need women supporting women. And this event is just going to be a special night because yes, we're here to network our businesses. That happens naturally when we're in a room together because we talk about what we do. But what's more important than networking your business? Correlating and forging relationships that hold value. That when you walk away, you remember that person, that you're still supporting them a month later, 2 months later, a year later. I think from these events, one of the greatest things that I get from it energetically is when people circle back and say, oh yeah, I met this girl back in October. You know, we're best friends because we met at your event, Virginia. Or Virginia, I just closed one of the biggest deals with my company because you put me in touch with somebody and I forged a connection that I never thought I would get. I didn't want to get out of the house, but then I did. And now I got this connection. So this is really a night of connection.
I love that. And I think one of the nice things is having a lot of women empower one another, a lot of women supporting one another. Now, this is where we're going to segue into my next question, because being someone, even me, I've been doing women events since 2018, right? And I've built a strong network in the Chicagoland area of women, right? Empowering them with retreats and conferences. I haven't done a conference in a while, but for sure I've done 8 retreats, right? Every time I bring women together in any event, that's one of the biggest things, is like, no competition, no cutthroatness. And there are groups out there, I ain't naming anybody. All right, you ladies sometimes be a little extra special.
You know who you are.
And you know who you are. And I'd be like, man, like y'all
We
special.
still love you. We still love you.
Jesus loves you. That's Jesus's problem, not mine. No,
love
I'm
it.
just playing. I'm just playing.
I love everyone.
No,
I love everyone.
No, I'm just joking. But there are some women that can be catty because they don't know any better.
Let's have the conversation.
Let's have that
I
conversation.
would like to have that
Okay,
conversation.
but it's because they need healing. This is when
Oh,
let me talk to you about
She's so
this.
sweet.
This is and this is something maybe God gifted me because no one taught me this. When I was
No
9
one-
years
yep.
old, I used to be bullied a lot. And it's funny because no one taught me this. I think my parents, if I told my parents, they would tell me, "Oh, you should beat them up or figure out a way to get back to them," right? But I never told them. I would just go home and I would get on my knees and I would start praying and I'm like,
Aw.
God, help them. Because they're hurting me because they're hurt more than they're hurting me. And I still think the
Yeah.
same thing. And it is hard. As you become an adult, it is hard to have that belief. But I still continue to pray on those people because that means that they need more healing than I even need.
Yeah, for sure. Especially like in those environments of high school and young girls and the bullying. I never was a bully. I used to protect. Like I was more of the person that would fight the bully. That was who I was, right? No one
Sounds
really.
like my daughter, my oldest.
Yeah, like I was.
love it.
I was that type of person. Like I will throw hands at growing up, but it wasn't because, it
I'm
was
in between the two of these
No.
I'm in the middle.
No, I won't throw hands anymore. I'm not. I'm a different woman now, right? But
God bless her. God bless her heart.
right. But I know that like those were usually the girls that were the most insecure,
Yes.
or the ones that were being mistreated at home, right? They had abusive parents or their parents were bullies to them. So then they would just take it out on somebody at school. And even I deal that with my daughters. When I hear my daughters going through things, the young girls, I'd be like, look, mommy, this is probably what's happening with them. You need to pray for them, or you need to go tell a teacher. I never encourage violence. I don't encourage violence, but I definitely, I don't, she's not laughing. She's not even paying attention. So I'm glad. But, at the end of the day, I'm more about like, okay, how can we help them? And I think if women recognize I'm hurting, that's why I'm being like this.
And that's why I'm trying to create a safe space, because we're grown.
We are
Number
grown.
one.
Yeah.
Number two, hurt people do hurt people.
Hurt people do hurt people. Yeah.
Number three, usually it's an insecurity because of something that has been done to them in their life. So I don't believe that people are just born and then they go around being insecure, harming each other, bullying
Absolutely
people.
not.
I'll give you a very short story. I was very bullied in school. I thought everything was wrong with me. I don't look like a lot of the other girls. I have very full lips for someone that looks seemingly Caucasian, but I'm Italian and I'm a mix. And I felt like I never fit in anywhere. I was kind of different. I had a girl that bullied me so much in middle school, to the point that I didn't really want to be there a lot of days. She came back 24 years later and apologized.
Oh, wow.
And said that her father was a Marine and he was an alcoholic and he was abusing her. And every day when she saw me at school, the light that I carried, even though I was in a very difficult situation, she couldn't stand it because she wanted to be me. And that's why she broke me, and that it bothered her for all those years. She found me on Facebook, and she's since passed a couple of years ago. But one of our final conversations was, can you ever forgive me? I know we were just kids, but I was hurting. That changed my whole perspective. Love you, Heather, in heaven. We actually became very dear friends right before she passed, and she passed because of a domestic violence situation. So that is getting me teary-eyed. Wow. That story lives in my heart still to this day. And it's one of the reasons why I do what I do. I wasn't expecting to
Oh my
go here today,
gosh.
but I'm kind of glad we did because if I had not accepted that friend request, I had not accepted her apology before she passed away, I don't think I would be on the track that I am right now. She was my second friend that I lost to domestic violence. And just know that a lot of people that are giving off vibes that are angry or hurtful or mean or nasty, or they talk crap
Yeah.
about you or your relationship or your shoes or whatever it might be. Thank you. Just know that they're probably coming from a place of lack of.
Sure.
Their cup is not full. So if you can get them to an event so they can be loved on and hugged on and they can see that there is
Yeah.
no catty energy here, that we are all of an equal playing field, no matter our age, race, background, how many children, if we're divorced, married, whatever it is, we just want to support you and love you, and it's okay. And you're not alone.
Yeah, I love that. And I think also let's add even like that scarcity mindset, right? Like I think and you even being vulnerable here, I was not expecting we were going to be vulnerable, but let's go into the whole, 1 out of 3 women suffer from domestic violence, right? And out of teenagers, 1 out of 4 teenage girls suffer from domestic violence. And I think people don't realize what domestic violence, that's that white elephant in the room. So the fact that you're actually also an advocate for that, that's empowering, right? Because sometimes, especially like I could say in the Latino community, it's common and it's acceptable and it's okay to be emotionally, mentally abusive to your partner. And sometimes it might even be physical, might be acceptable as well, right? But what does that even look like, right? I know that one of the biggest things that I try to do, at least with my daughters, is, hey, this is not healthy. Hey, this is not normal. Hey, this is not, you don't know what's healthy or what's not healthy, because if you grew up in a household that had domestic violence, that was dysfunctional, you're going to be like, this is normal, this is okay. And then you're going to find partners that are going to repeat those cycles, that are going to repeat that generations down. So I commend you for being an advocate for that. And anyone else that's on here that's a advocate for domestic violence, I commend you guys, because that's a very difficult population to work with.
Absolutely.
And it's not okay. I know you're gonna say something, say it, but I also I want us to have a conversation, because I think in one way or the other, we all dealt with some sort of abuse in our lives. I'd like to just reflect on some of the red flags that we saw, and maybe it can help some of the young ladies or women out there.
Go for it, Virginia.
Well, I would say demeaning behaviors, people that undercut you in such a way that you almost are like, wait a minute, did I hear that right? They're nice, but they follow up with a negative energy. You look really pretty today for someone your age, like that kind of thing. We're so glad that you could make it today. But I know you didn't come last time. What was your excuse? Did you even have one? Just like a snide, like, wait, what? And like people that don't want to see you succeed, like watch, observe them, observe their energies. You can feel it. You can feel the snakes in the grass. That's all I can say. People that hang out with people that have harmed you, and you've expressed to them, hey, this person hurt me. This is the evidence that I have that this person hurt me. Not trying to pull you in the drama, but I'm sharing with you that this person has harmed me or injured me. And then the next day they're hanging out with them.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
hurtful.
that's hurtful.
It's painful. It breaks a trust. And I would say that those are some of the top red flags for me. And also people that are not reciprocal. You give everything, you show up, you give your energy, you try to do your very best in spaces to promote them. And I'm not saying do something expecting something, but you know when you're filling from your cup and it's empty and they see that your cup is empty and they do not circle back around. So always be giving and you'll always be receiving. Best David Meltzer quote I've ever heard. But I just feel like watch for that reciprocity. I feel like that's very important. It should be an energy exchange. And whenever that goes to a 90-10 or it's not a level playing field, you need to cut those people off and those energies off and just that would probably be my biggest one. And don't be afraid to set those boundaries. Boundaries are so important, ladies. They're there to protect you. And anybody that gives you kind of a pushback when you start to do those boundaries, you got to walk away.
Oh yeah, I think that's really good. And I think one thing that are all great points that you shared, right? And I think being able to identify like even like teasing, the bullying, right? Let's say even in your household, the name calling, if it hurts, it's not healthy. And if you tell the person this is hurting me and is causing pain emotionally, physically, psychologically, it's still considered abuse.
Yes, it is.
That's
Emotional.
that's abuse, financial abuse, someone withholding and using that as a power, right? It's always a power war between two people when it comes to that. So I originally, before I started WISE, one of the biggest things that I wanted to do was to do more stuff with domestic violence victims, right? That was my thing. And I did a whole training on creating support groups for women in domestic violence, specifically also in the church. That was one of my because I even feel like the Christian church, I love you guys. I love the church. Don't get me wrong. But I think a lot of leadership doesn't even know how to identify what domestic violence really looks like. And I think sometimes church leaders will put people in situations that doesn't help, right? And then we always hear this all the time. I'm not going to condone divorce whatsoever, because for me, I'm a diehard. I believe in marriage. I love marriage. I will never say you should divorce XYZ because of this, but I'm a true believer that God's not going to want his daughter being mistreated or abused. Likewise for men, because there's men that suffer with domestic violence as well. It's not just women. So I truly believe that God will never want their child to be mistreated or abused, right? That's your baby. I don't want to see that. Just like your earthly father or earthly mother, they're not going to want to see that. So how can you justify that behavior? Can you go to therapy? Sure. You need to see actual evidence. I always say to women, you need to see that someone is actually changing and actually doing what they say that they do. There's accountability. Absolutely. And then you can proceed. But there's a lot of intervention needed. I mean, I can talk about this all day, guys. I ain't doing this. This is getting really I want to get back happy. But I hope that this answered your question.
Yes, it did. And I want you to recognize this too, because I feel like a lot of women don't talk about these things because they're shameful. But you see Virginia, Jennifer, and you see us as role models, as inspirations, as women you want to become. We started in a very similar way. Yes. We've been hurt. We've been mistreated. We've let people cross those boundaries. But really, it's up to us to put those boundaries and decide no más, no more, and become who we were meant to be. I just want to let you know, it doesn't matter where you're at. If you need to speak up. If you need to defend yourself, it is up to you. And there is a network of women that are here to support you. Virginia, me. Yes. Jennifer, there is just so many platforms that you can attend. And the first thing you have to do is come Tuesday, because this is going to get great. So there's a lot of comments. Let's read some of those comments.
I see people coming in hot over here.
Thank you for that.
Let me do this. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Heart, praying hands, loving the conversation. Love you, ladies. Happy birthday, beautiful. We're going to make sure say happy birthday to Marta, and maybe we'll be blessed by Virginia and she'll sing happy birthday, because I heard her singing and I was like, oh my God.
I would love to do that. So you ladies let me know when and I will sing it.
Yeah,
How about
she
you want to
got
sing
a beautiful,
it now?
No, let's wait till the end.
Wait
I'm
till
not
the
singing,
end.
girl. I only sing karaoke, and it's only after a couple of drinks. I don't sing like that.
I love to sing. I wanted to sing for my mom was music and concert pianist and music teacher and singer. And I came from a musical family. I played the flute, always in chorus, always doing vocal coaching and working in all different types of music industry, record labels and all that. But this weekend, I got to sing my very first duet in public with one of my students, Cody. So amazing. And I will never stop singing. Whether I am a professional singer or not, I am going to always sing, because I feel like it brings good energy. And I would say, even if you cannot carry a note, please just sing. Sing for yourself, sing for your children, sing for your hubby in the shower, wherever.
Yeah, that's where I'll sing. That's awesome. Let me share these comments. I love this. Yep, going going to a bunch of networking events and there is no exchange until it's thought of for your own personal and business benefit. Yep. We have adults can be bullies too. Let's be honest, friends, business associates, whatever. Agree.
Narcissist, the world of
Yes,
narcissism.
it's true. So one of the things that for me, and I thought I always want to set the example, and maybe you guys can relate. I'm always like, okay, look, at the end of the day, like I could talk the talk, but I need to walk the walk. And that's one of my
Amen.
biggest things in what I do and everything. And when I made that decision to divorce my ex-husband, it was because he was limiting me and not being supportive in the things that I did, right?
Same.
And I kind of thought to myself, like, how does this work? And I felt like, and of course there was other issues. I'm not going to go into detail with other issues that were there, that've been there. The flags have been there for years, 18 years, right? But I kind of just, let me make this work, let me be a good Christian wife and make this work. And I said, I'm going to let this relationship go until when I feel the release. Like I needed God to release me from that marriage, because I was so like always like, okay, I need God to release me. I'm not going to leave this marriage until I feel like the releasing of it. And then once I got the release, I said, okay, cool, bye. The moment I got it, I ran, but that to me was, he wasn't supportive, and that's abusive as well, right? There's manipulation behind that the emotional abuse behind it. So I told myself, no, I'm an example for women. I can't do this anymore. Like I need to show my daughters that you can do what you need to do and no one can
Yes.
hold you back. I need to do this for the women that I've been supporting for so long
100%.
already, the community. And ever since then, like I flourished so much. Like that's how like someone said, the real glow up, when the person glows up, the other person was the problem.
That is exactly right, because you can tell, and you are absolutely glowing. Like, isn't she?
Thank you.
And I will tell you, like for me, after I got out of my abusive relationship in marriage, and I left and I got free, the compliments. People do not believe I am 41 years old. Constantly telling me, you're glowing, you're beautiful, you've never looked better. Thank you for what you said. Like, you're so fit, you're so amazing. Those cortisone levels going down.
Yep.
Do not stay in abusive relationships. If you need help, please reach out. There's so many people that want to help you. There's so many people that want to support you. When you come to these events, you don't have to give us your life story, but if you need support, buddy up, find someone that has been through what you through. Start showing support to others and watch how much support that you get back. Because let me tell you, it is not easy to go through that all by yourself.
Oh God, therapy.
Years I've been in. Thank you, Marcin, for listening to all my stories when I cry and support me. And thank you to all my friends that have helped me, because let me tell you, as strong as I might look, I do have my difficult days. I still have PTSD, CPTSD. I still have anxiety. I don't want to cast anything over myself, but I'm just telling you what the reality is. I was in that for over 20 years, and we need each other. We absolutely need each other. And it doesn't matter if you were abused as a child, or you got a lot of things that you got to go inward to heal up. And don't be ashamed. It doesn't matter how pretty I look on camera right now. Let me tell you, I cry all the time. Little things make me cry. This cup that my daughter got me was sometimes it almost fell off the counter the other day, and I freaked out because I was like, it's just a cup, but to me it's it's part of my healing journey.
I love that. And the release of the crying. To me, honestly, therapy was what did it. Jesus and therapy. I just remember like, okay,
love you, Jesus.
Go to church, do your thing. My pastors were supportive when I made that decision, which I was really thankful of that. They didn't judge me, or they didn't make me feel bad for my decision. But like therapy was like the biggest part too. Like I was there and she was helping me, the therapist, even to let go of that 18-year marriage, right? Like to like separate myself from that. That was such a hard thing. And then once I was like, I think I'm good. Like I'm an advocate for therapy. When I need it, I'll jump back in. But finally I was like, I gotta heal. And I don't want to attract that same hot mess, right? I want to make sure that I'm healed all over, inside, outside. Amen. I'm a new creation and all that stuff. And I'm just like, because I want to attract abundance. I want to attract good,
and
right?
Healthy. And keep, again, with the healthy boundaries, because what's the first thing we attract after we've been in an abusive situation? More people that want to abuse us, whether it's a coworker, frenemy,
over there.
Somebody that seems like that's your friend and your enemy, a boyfriend or spouse or girlfriend that maybe has those same qualities, but they come in a different package. But we're like, yeah, but they they don't hit me like he used to, but they still undermine me, or they still devalue me, but at least they don't curse at me. Like, we start to make excuses. There are no excuses. Abuse is abuse, period.
is
The
abuse,
end.
period.
You deserve healthy love. You deserve to be supported. You deserve to be respected in all elements and walks of life. And I do want to tell you something that just came to my mind that's very exciting.
Go for it.
With Coach Morrison and I, we actually developed a webinar, and we're going to be teaching an online course, a webinar of the 12 steps of healing after breakup or divorce, how to forgive, how to love yourself, how to build yourself back up. And I'm really excited. We've been working on this since February. So that's going to be coming soon. So stay tuned for details on that. That's going to be really amazing.
Look at that. So y'all, you need healing and you need to work and figure out like what's the next step after this divorce and separation, reach out to Virginia right here, because she got something going.
We want to help you feel beautiful and happy. So what I learned from Morrison with me is you got to build yourself back up.
I got to hear what Martha's saying, because
Yes.
I see the smirk on her face and I'm like, what are you laughing at? So I joke around all the time and I'm trying to be serious and this girl's like smirking at me right now.
What's the smirk? Give us your secret. What's the smirk?
No, I don't have any. I don't have any smirk. It's just I'm going through, because I also went through a breakup right after my event last year on
She did,
August, and it's just I'm so happy that I'm done with it. I'm done with the scars. I am done with the suffering, because people don't know this, but as I was putting this event together, I was down. There was a lot of days that I was crying. I was driving to work and I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to put marketing material out for the summit because I was just not feeling it. But I am smiling because God is good. I am done with it. So I'm going full force with my dreams and letting myself shine and really, really being Martha.
Being Martha, the badass, being out there. And you know what I love is you're unapologetically out there. Like, I am Martha, like, boom, like, and what? Like, that's the vibe that I get. That's what I get. And I love watching when I first met Martha, like, even her wardrobe, the way her makeup looks, like, she came to me looking like a professor, and like, she did like, it was a different Martha that I met. And I just remember how quiet and calm she was. And then afterwards it's like, boom, I'm Martha, here I am. It's like, oh, whoa, what happened? But that's amazing because you became who you truly are. You stepped into who you really are, right? Who you've been called to be.
Yeah. And to the woman out there, if you're spontaneous, energetic, if you talk a lot, do it. Because I realized in Latino homes, and that's what it was, I was kind of like reserved, conservative, because when I grew up, my father said, don't smile too much. And I love my father. He has a whole different perspective about it now. But when I grew up, it was like, don't smile, don't talk too much, because then men will interpret it the wrong way. But that's their interpretation. However they interpret it.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, were we talking about this? Look, keep going.
Go, girl, go.
That's their interpretation. If they think they have a welcome to me, hi, bye, and that's it. Like, you be you. Whoever wants to see it, whatever way they want to see it, is their perspective. You walk your path. If you are too much, you are yourself. And I'm okay with being too much for people. If they don't like it, it's okay. I still love you because that's the kind of person I am. And eventually you'll come around and be like, I like that crazy girl. It's going to happen.
Oh, I have something to add to that. You're going to love this. If I'm a lot, please go find less.
Oh,
that has saved me. I'm not trying to be catty. I know there's a couple people that just
go grab,
and they just sound like, oh wow, okay, she's not just a Disney princess. No, I'm not, because I have shrank too much. I've walked on eggshells too much.
Oh my God!
I've taken the shadow path too much.
Preach, girl.
My ex-husband was 6'7", so he always walked in front of me, and
my God, and you're so small.
Yeah, and so he would always walk like way ahead of me, and anytime I was taught by my father to speak when spoken to. that's why when you say sometimes I'm kind of timid, or sometimes people, when they first meet me, until I feel comfortable with them, they don't, they don't really know who I am, because I was taught to sit, to be a lady, to not speak unless I am allowed to speak. And I will still hold a little bit of that in my spirit. But now, as soon as the path I feel like clear and comfortable, I'm loud and proud. I will sing, I will dance. And I know there are some people that are like, wow, she's kind of loud. She has kind of a big personality. I own it because I'm finally walking, like you said, walk your path. I'm finally owning, I like her. I like her way better. She's smart and she's kind and she makes a difference. And she's fun to be around, and she's exciting, and she's spontaneous, and she believes in herself. So yeah, I have a kind of a big energy, but I appreciate that woman because I remember when I didn't have that in her. And so I love what you said.
God, I love.
Yes. Let's come get empowered. I love you. Can I give you a hug?
I love
Oh
these
my
two.
gosh, this is so amazing. We love you
This
so
is
much
good,
for
this
giving
is
us
good.
this opportunity.
This is good.
This is the greatest coffee talk ever.
I just felt like we were like at a sporting event right now,
Yes.
and I was like,
Okay,
oh,
Martha is the cheerleading team. I never got to be a cheerleader because I never made the team, but I love that you are giving us cheerleader vibes right now.
it's so
give us an
funny.
M.
That's so funny. I was actually a cheerleader in high school, which is even funnier right now that you're saying that.
I was flexible enough, and I feel like I had the pep in my step, but I wasn't popular. Like I wasn't popular enough. Like I didn't have the courage to like really go out there, but I always watched them, and I just admired. They were the prettiest.
Aww.
They had all like the pep at all the rallies and like the cute little outfits and stuff. And
Yeah, I went for the skirt. I just wanted to put on the skirt.
I'm sure it looked beautiful. I'm sure every boy liked it too.
I was
so.
like, I just want the skirt. I was a girl we had cornrows. We were ghetto. Anyways, but so I love what we're talking about. Let's segue this conversation. You guys keep chiming in. I see people, they're saying priceless, good show. Yeah, it's true. Thank you so much for chiming in. You guys are awesome. I still want to talk about the mansion because the mansion is beautiful. I know you got some history on this, because like I feel like a princess right now. Right? I'm definitely in my feminine energy. I was like,
she's a queen.
I was like, I'm gonna do my hair. I'm gonna put on pink. I'm gonna have my, I'm gonna do my. I got my toes done.
Perfect toesies on both.
I was like, nope, we're gonna look very girly, very feminine. We're gonna enjoy this space, right? So tell us a little bit about I know you got a rundown on the history, right, of the mansion.
So from what Sarah, I know she was sharing with you, and you can chime in on this too. She has owned this mansion for a very long time, but her intention was to purchase the home next door.
Yeah.
And then she acquired the mansion, restored it, and she hosts some of the most beautiful events in all of Chicago. If you're looking for a venue space for a wedding, they have a downstairs ballroom, an upstairs gorgeous ballroom,
I love this.
an upstairs mezzanine. This beautiful fireplace was imported from France, and there's so much history, which they're going to learn all about at the next event. You have to come in. You have to take a tour.
It's beautiful.
There's gardens in the front that are just so elegant right when you come through the gates. Sarah Stan, can I just say about her individually, not even about the man, she is one of the most humble, respectful, lovely people that I've ever worked with. She is a lover of art. She is a lover of culture. She takes wonderful care of her clients. She changes the mansion around weekly. I know the past 3 times that I've been here, one day she's got purple flowers, the next day it's white flowers. She changes the candelabras around. The mansion is always spotless and beautiful. And she has been running this mansion, I think, for several decades now. And she does all kinds of charity events, which she doesn't even want the credit, but she does stuff for children, for women, for people of different diverse backgrounds. And now she's supporting women's empowerment in Chicago through the events that I'm hosting to support other women. So we really hope that you'll join us. If anything, at least come out to just take some selfies and some beautiful pictures and get dressed up, because it's amazing.
Yeah, and I love that you put what's the event called? Night of Elegance?
An evening of elegance and women's empowerment. elegant.
There you go. An
Yes.
evening of elegance. And this place is very elegant, very beautiful. I love all of this. And I know if anyone followed my post, right, I posted like, I love older homes. I love homes that have like older character. Like I love the smell of old homes. It's weird. I don't know why. Don't ask me.
It's the smell of history.
The smell of history or whatever. I'm that person that likes even the smell of like old books. Like,
Cannons.
yeah.
Different museums, different places. So when I was a little girl, my mom, if you're watching, I love you so much. You're the most amazing mom ever. My mom taught me so much about history and culture. We used to sit when I was a little girl all the way up into my teenage years and watch a show called America's Castles, which this definitely would qualify as one of America's Castles. And I don't even think that show's on anymore, but you can look it up on YouTube. And some kids would have probably thought that that was so boring. I loved sitting with my mother and learning about the history. This,
I would
you're
totally
watching
watch that.
Yeah, you should look it up. It's so amazing.
Now
They
I'm
have
gonna look it up.
mansions all over United States. And even though the United States is only, a little over 200 years old, it's not like being in Europe or something. There are mansions like this that hold memories. And I can feel just when we walked in here, ladies, there are memories in this place. People have danced in this room. People have fell in love with this room. People have been married. She used to give weddings away as a sweepstake, and she would pay for their wedding every Valentine's Day.
Oh my
And
God.
if you come to the mansion, you can learn all about that. But just the history of love in itself in this place is amazing.
I love that. We're going to manifest a wedding here. Mine. No, just like.
Jennifer's wedding's gonna happen here. She already said
I
it.
already said it, right? Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. They're gonna give us a tour when we're done with with this interview.
Yeah, no, this is such a beautiful space. And I mean, I used to watch like old documentaries all the time, and Chicago history was something that I loved. So when I don't know how I got here, guys, but I know like I wanted, I was just like, I want to do a show. I saw a mansion. I was like, oh, it would be so nice to do a show at a mansion. And then coincidentally, I was still trying to support you because I've been trying to support you for the last event. So I was like, okay, let me reach out. And then she said, okay, we're doing it at the Stans Mansion now. I was like, oh, what? We're doing it at the Stans Mansion? So I was super excited when that happened, and I posted it and I shared it. But, even when I go look at old properties, because you guys know I'm always looking at old properties and distressed properties, I'm always looking for like, where's a creepy room around here? Like, where?
Me and Rosario get terrified of creepy rooms.
I don't like them either.
Me either.
I just like, did they used to hide little kids in here? No! Like, I'm like, this is where my mind goes, but I'm just being funny. But like, and if you look at like Chicago, like a lot of park districts, like on Granville on the north side of Chicago, like the historical homes, the park district takes them, revamps them, keeps the character, but they use them for the park. I love going in there and just looking at the pictures. Who used to own it? What did they do with it? Right? I think South Shore Golf Course has like an old ballroom too. Like it's from what? This was built in the 1920s, I think she said. And it was supposed to be a temple, she said at first, and then it converted. I don't remember the religion. It started with an M. I want to say masonry, but I don't know if that's the correct word for it. Yeah. I was like, I don't know what the point of this was, but we're supporting the building here. But this is just a beautiful like space. So I think it's great. I love that we're here.
In case you're just joining us, and the event's going to be
on August 20th, which is next Tuesday, not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. You can look up Stan Mansion. It's off of Kedzie in Logan Square, and you can't miss it. It's absolutely beautiful. There's gorgeous gardens right in front of the mansion. The door is usually open whenever it's hours of operation. If not, you can ring the bell. And please, get your tickets sooner than later. Oh, by the way, today is the last day of the early bird ticket. So if you click on the Eventbrite, go and Choose You Consulting on Instagram. It's in my story. It's on Jennifer's page. It's on Martha's page. You save actually $5, but the tickets are very affordable. Full price is $27. The early bird sale is $22 before the checkout, because there's like a little tax or whatever. But very affordable for access to a mansion. I want to keep the events affordable because I want to keep being able to unify people of all backgrounds, all income levels. We could have easily charged hundreds of dollars for these tickets to be able to access the space, but we just want to keep it so that anyone can come. We want everyone to feel welcome.
Yes, ladies. So if you guys want to come to a mansion, come to a ballroom, experience being a princess, right? Come. It's affordable, and come enjoy, network with other women. I think this is going to be exciting. I'm excited to come. So,
Delilah, I'm looking for a princess dress. Please help. This is for Tuesday.
Yes, actually, if she'd like to dress, if there's any designers that like
Delilah will find it.
Delilah, we would love to wear your fashions. If there's any designers that would like to dress us for this event, we are definitely open to it. Otherwise, we're going to be going shopping at Macy's this weekend, girls. So please reach out to us and connect with us. We would love to wear your styles. There's going to be wonderful photo opportunities, wonderful content. We have media coverage. We have Jennifer. We have Flavor Podcast, photographers. I mean, Stan Manch, it's going to be absolutely incredible. I'm so excited. And I just want to say thank you to God for giving me the honor and the privilege, because this has not been an easy road to create these events. This takes a lot of work for me.
Oh my God,
and time
for sure.
and energy. So the fact that God was provided this space for me to be able to provide for other women is just, it feels like it's very validating that I'm on the right track and I'm doing the right things. So
Delilah wrote, I got you.
okay.
And then
I'm a size
Maida
2.
said yes. And then we have Delilah. She said amen. So I think this is great. Make sure you
Wow,
guys.
thank you, Delilah.
Yeah, take advantage of this event. It's going to be a good event. I wanted to make sure that I promote it. But let's segue into, I still want to ask this question because I need to ask this question.
I want to know this question, but it's just $22, okay? I want to make sure you understand that for today, it's only $22 to come to a mansion, doll up, and be and own being a queen.
It's worth it.
Okay,
There
go
you go,
Jennifer,
there you
before
go.
she forgets her question.
I know, before I forget my question, I need to ask this because you're in the industry, right? You're in the fashion, beauty, modeling, like you do all these great things. And I'm telling you, I was looking, I was like, okay, I'm just dabbling into this as a hobby, but like you're in it, right? In the
almost
nitty.
my whole life.
Yeah, you're in the nitty gritty and you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, right?
Thank you.
So, all right, here's my question. They say, and I feel it, like attractive women are always so intimidating and they intimidate men, right? And you dabble in the realm of being like a relationship coach and a life coach and those type of areas, right? And we were just talking about this behind the scenes. It's like, you would think, right? I would be getting hit on all the time. I don't get hit on all the time, right? And I don't want to be approaching people either. I'm not that person. Like, okay, I'll like put a little like sign out there, and if it doesn't get picked up, I'm like, bye, right? Why is that?
Well, so psychology states, from my understanding and the research that I've done and just the physical experiences, that one of the number one things that people fear in their brains is rejection. And when somebody looks at you with signs of admiration or coming from a place that they don't deserve you, or possibly an avoidant attachment style, they feel that you are so above them that if they approach you, that they're automatically going to get rejected. It is actually a compliment. And it's flattering because they put you so high. They feel like you're so beautiful, or you're so smart, you're such a powerhouse that they could never have a chance with you. And that is something that's within them, or possibly they're emotionally unavailable, or they're not connected with themselves. They don't have enough self-belief to believe that they deserve a 10. And I'm not just talking about physical looks. I'm talking about they've done the healing work, which is really important. They're vibrating high. Their frequency is high. They have self-love. They take good care of themselves. They have good, healthy, habits. And from the feedback that I've gotten, and I appreciate all the compliments, ladies, but this person took a long time to build. I wasn't always her. But I would just say that don't feel bad when you're not approached by, somebody for dating. Usually you're being spared of something because that person I mean that in the highest most respect, because if
Yes,
they're
spare
not
me,
able
please.
to even ask you, they don't feel secure enough to shoot their shot.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
men,
Yeah, that's a good point.
they don't feel comfortable enough to even approach you and even take the opportunity and the chance that even you might reject them, but you're worth it. They're not ready for you.
Ooh.
And that's okay. Keep putting yourself out there.
Well,
Keep putting yourself out there. Keep showing up. Keep making yourself accessible in a way to say, hey, I'm consciously dating. I'm looking for a relationship. This is what I want to put forth. I'm ready. And keep praying to the Most High and asking God to provide that person for you. And I believe that He will in the right time, because everyone deserves love. Everyone deserves somebody that's emotionally available. Everyone deserves somebody that's going to be present for them and to support them and build them up. So hopefully that wasn't too long of an answer.
No.
But
It's good, because I think sometimes women need to hear this, especially like, you're a powerhouse woman. You're out there. You're putting yourself out there. You're constantly like, yeah, you could be intimidating, right? You can intimidate people. And that's why I asked you. And then you were like, girl, no, we don't get hit on. Like, we're, and I'm like,
it's not because you're ugly, and it's not because you're any of the negative things. I am told repeatedly, and it used to make me more quiet or more go in my shell, but my good guy friends, especially my guy friends, my girlfriends too, but my very good, loving, supportive, real friends that tell me the truth, they do tell me you're being a little extra or you're a little bit intimidating, but they give me a window inside to help me understand that I'm not being rejected. It's just my personality or my energy is not creating a space to be approachable, or sometimes it's the opposite. I'm from the South. We're very friendly. Sometimes people think that we're hitting on them when we're not hitting on them. So that's a catch-22. Just being nice and just being like, oh, sure, I'll take a picture with you, or whatever the situation may be. And they're like, oh, she wants to date me. Whoa. Back it up, back the train up.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
So there's a middle. Watch the Barbie movie. That's America Ferrera said it
I
best.
love the Barbie movie. The Barbie movie is so good. And there was a lot of lessons in that Barbie movie, for sure.
Yes,
for
it's
sure.
not just comedic.
No, there was a lot of good lessons in there, but that's true. Sometimes when you are too friendly, it gets taken the wrong way. So it's like, okay, what do you want me? You want me to be you want me to have this resting face, or do you want me to be happy and friendly with you? Which is it, right? But, I was just curious to see your input on it. Mind you, I am going through a whole, I'm waiting for the man God has for me. I'm not trying to be out there. That's not my job. I'm not
right here. I sent him.
I'm not trying to put myself out there,
Summon
by
the
the
right
way.
man. I summon the right man. Do it like that.
Summon, I don't know about that word. That one sounds weird.
I just want to say that God answers prayers. Don't stop being you. Don't stop loving people. Don't stop being authentic. Don't stop doing your affirmations. Don't stop working on yourself. Don't stop taking care of you. Don't stop connecting with people, because my mom said it's going to happen when you're not looking. It's going to happen when your heart is open and you are healing. And we're healing, not healed. That takes a lifetime.
Oh,
but
yeah,
when
for
you're
sure.
just
Healing's constant.
Vibrating in a frequency that you're so approachable and you're so attractive and you're so okay in your own skin, why wouldn't they want to?
For sure.
Why would they not want to?
For sure.
Along the way, see people on the way to that journey. If it's not the right person, or if you've been through a lot of breakups or whatever, those people were teaching you lessons. David Meltzer said 20 no's gets you closer to the one yes, and that's the only one you need.
Sales, so sales.
So don't give up.
Think about it like sales. I'm just like, whoa. I know that's
up.
a sales tactic, right? But I'm not doing sales right now. I ain't doing sales for that.
But just don't give up, don't give up, and date yourself. Somebody told me that, and I was like, that is so weird.
So
no, it's
true.
actually not.
No,
just
it's
do
true.
nice things for yourself.
That's always been my journey, right? And my daughter knows, I will go eat by myself. I'll go to the movies by myself. I will go to a concert by myself.
Or go with your best friend, go with your best girlfriend, and make it for yourself. I go on dates with my friends where we kind of treat each other. You know what I mean?
Well, here's Marta's about to get married, by the way, y'all. So, no, I don't know. No, I'm just talking.
Poor
I just want
Ron.
to get out there.
She's putting the pressure on Ron. But actually, I wanted to mention something. Even when you're in a relationship, don't forget about yourself. I still go on dates on my own. I tell Ron that for me,
sure.
it's important sometimes to just have a coffee with myself, a nice breakfast, and find that person that you can be on your own and also with that
Yes.
person. I still go on my dates, okay? With Martha.
Well, I'm actually reading a book. I'm going to say it. I'm reading a book called Lady in Waiting right now.
Lady in Waiting.
It's called Lady in Waiting.
You're
and
single too, Virginia? We got two single ladies
single
in the
ladies.
house. All the single ladies.
So I'm reading this book called Lady in Waiting. It's a faith-based book. But what I really love about this book, and I'm actually forcing my daughter to read it as well with me. She's laughing over there, but I'm doing it because I was like, okay, let me get this different perspective of this. And it was just like, in your singleness and being single, you should be dating Jesus, right? And just spending time with God, right? But what I really liked about it is like, you're not going to have, as a single person, the powerhouses. When you're married, you're not going to have time to be a powerhouse, in the sense of you can still be it, but you're going to be focusing on your partner. You're going to be focusing on if you're going to have more kids or the child rearing or whatever it is, the household stuff. When you're single, you have more flexibility to do what God wants you to do. And I was sitting there when I heard that, and I said, man, I'm building this real estate. I'm gonna be doing all this stuff, building my empire. And I'm gonna, like, I just had that revelation right before this show. And I'm sitting there like, I'm gonna enjoy my singleness. I'm enjoying my single life because I know that's where God has me in this moment right now.
It's a season, I feel like, for a lot of people.
Yes, just be, do your thing, do what God's called you to do, be out there, build your empire, reputation, whatever it is. And the right person is going to come along, and it's going to be specifically who God said it. But the book is called Lady in Waiting. I'm really enjoying it a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Start the path to building your empire on Tuesday, August
I love Marta.
20th at Virginia's event at Stan Mansion. Do you like that?
I like that.
If you need any marketing ideas. So talking about marketing and events, talk about your retreat.
I know she was going to do that. I always forget. I promote everybody, but I forget to promote myself. That's
most important.
And I should be promoting myself all the time. So I have a retreat coming up, ladies, not for men, ladies. This is my 8th retreat. Okay. If you want to get away, it's called Silencing the Noise. Okay. And I did this on purpose because
sounds like an energy shifter.
It is. And I did this on purpose because the last year, God's really forced me to be silent, be by myself, enjoy my alone time, speak to yourself, listen to that little inner voice, because sometimes we neglect it and we want to be all chatty patty and running everywhere, but we don't take the time to like go inward, right? And just kind of be quiet with ourselves. And
yesterday with somebody.
Yeah. And we don't force ourselves. And vacations are cute. Don't get me wrong. I love when people travel and I think it's great. But when you're put in a retreat scenario, that's different, because every event or every situation or every activity that I put together is specifically designed to make you think and force yourself to go through this. Molting, I guess, not molting, but like when the caterpillar sheds its skin kind of thing, or sheds, whatever. What is it?
A cocoon.
That makes a cocoon, but not the cocoon. No, like I don't want to say snake, because snake is not. There you go.
It's a
rebirth of some sort. But I always try to make activities where women have to be like, oh my God, have revelations, sit with themselves. And this one I'm really excited about, because it's always, I pray, God, what is it that you want? My retreats are always more faith-based, more spiritual. I mean, they'll always have some more spiritual connection to it, right? Because at the end of the day, that's the whole purpose of everything that I do. My organization is my ministry. So I'm kind of like, what is it, God, that you want this time? And it was just kind of like, okay, get them quiet. Make them quiet. Make the community you serve quiet and go inward and spend time with themselves. Because when we're chatty patties, we're not listening to ourselves. When we're in groups all the time, busy, we're not listening to ourselves. We're not listening to our bodies. We're not listening to Him. We're not forcing ourselves to really be like, what is it that you want from me, God? So I'm really excited about the retreat. I'm excited about the speakers that I'm going to have. I'm excited about the activities. I always have exercise in my event. So don't, if you don't want to participate, but I'm big on health, like holistic exercising, eating, commuting. I put a dinner together, right? And I make the ladies dress up and like, let me cater to you. That's like my nurturing side. Let me feed you ladies and make you feel like
Nourishment, spiritual nourishment.
Yeah.
We'll get jacuzzi too there, and there's a beach nearby. I love water.
Yeah, we go to the
Water's so
water.
healing.
We hang out at the beach. I give time for women to explore the town. It's in Union Pure, Michigan. So, the afternoon, you're free to go wherever you want and do whatever you want on the property. I'm taking over a whole campground. So we have like 6 cabins.
And when is this happening?
This is September 13, 14, and 15.
Wow, it's coming up, ladies.
It's coming up, and it's only $600.
Wow, that's very affordable.
It's an hour away, 600. All meals are included. That's it. Why not go? And then there's jacuzzi there, and the women love it. The women love to hang out with each other and do all that stuff. So, putting it out there, ladies, make sure you guys sign up. It's just $250 to hold your space. I only have 10 beds, and y'all snoozing because I keep hearing like, yeah, I'm gonna sign up, Jennifer. I'm gonna sign up. I'm like, if your bed goes, bye-bye. Because someone else puts a deposit. That's not my fault. So put your deposits down. The link is there, but make sure you guys go to the retreat for sure.
Absolutely.
So this is awesome. I know that, I don't know, there's just we had such great conversation today.
And we can't forget the final piece.
I know.
Are you ready?
And she's wearing purple, which is a
I know,
domestic violence color,
Wait,
right?
before she sings.
Okay.
Make sure you get your tickets because it's my birthday week. I have a 2-for-1.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You get 2 general admission tickets at the price of 2 general admission tickets at the price of 1. Go get it. It ends August 16. This is an incredible event coming October 3 and 4. The agenda's out. I'm going to release it probably by Friday. So you'll get to see the whole lineup of 2-day event, networking, business workshops, conference, expo, gala. I mean, this is the event that has it all. It is a destination to grow your business.
This is definitely Marta in your face. Like this is that event. Like vendors galore, like speaker galore. It's just like, it's definitely Marta all over it. So go, make sure I'll be there. So go.
I think it's so adorable how she says October 3 and 4. And she does her shoulders for the last 5 months. October 3 and 4. She's got it down, guys. So if you don't know when it is, again, October 3 and 4. Get it. You got to come out. You got to see.
We're all going to do it. Ready?
October 3 and 4. I know we're being cheesy and corny, but you got to love
extra.
us.
I'm being extra.
Absolutely. Okay.
Aww.
Very special. I don't normally sing, but I will for you in this one instance. I'm very jazzy blues
so
alto
nice.
girl, but we're going to do it. Okay. And I haven't warmed up and I don't even have water here, but we're going to do our best. Okay. So let me face you.
Wait, my daughter's bringing you a cup of water.
Okay. We're going to take one small sip of water and then we're going to sing because you deserve that.
Her hand, look at her. Don't put me in the camera.
She's getting ready. She's preparing.
I'm going to dance to her singing.
Aww.
Okay.
There you go. Go for it.
Right.
I'm just going to enjoy.
Here we go. Let's give us some comments. Let's pump it up for birthday time for Martha. And you'll have to excuse me, folks. Definitely not warmed up at all. My voice is warm, but not for singing. Okay.
And I'm going to dance because
Okay.
I love dancing.
All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marta. Happy birthday to you.
Aww.
That's the best I got for this morning, guys. That's my jazzy, bluesy voice.
Yeah. This is such a nice show. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching.
Thank you for
staying
having
with
us, Jennifer.
Oh my God, Virginia, Marta, any final words while we wrap up the show? I think.
Oh gosh, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for letting me be emotional, happy, positive, myself, extra, all the things. Thank you for supporting me as a woman in business and just a woman who cares about others. Thank you guys both for extending friendship to me and for allowing me an opportunity to grow in Chicago and to help not only domestic violence survivors and thrivers like me, but other women, and just stretching out this with this elegance and empowerment and supporting Sarah, just everything that you do. So just God bless you and love you. And thank you so much. I'm so grateful. And thank you to Marta for being one of our supporters, both of our speakers. Please contact me to be a speaker or vendor. Time's running out. Choose You Consulting.
Thank God that I am here. Thank God for the opportunity, Jennifer, to be your co-host for several times. I love it. Just be who you are. Be happy. Do what you love. Just keep doing what you love. Whether people love it or not, it's about you. Because when you show yourself and you become who you are meant to be, the world around you is just going to shine and illuminate and be so brilliant.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much, both of you guys. Thank you, Marta, for
This
being
is
my
so
co-host.
fun.
This was
You
a
even
lot of
got
fun.
a song out of me. If any of that was off key, forgive me.
Yeah.
It's early. We're not warmed up, but
Oh
that's okay.
I love
Just shine your
it.
light, like they say in Elf. Sing like nobody sing. I'm singing. I'm in a store and I'm
Oh,
singing.
yeah. No,
Just have fun. Break out of your comfort zone.
That is wonderful. And, I guess for me, one of the biggest things that I always lead is truly supporting other women. What does that really look like? And I say, well, I want to embody that. So if I encourage women to support one another, then I need to be supporting women all the time.
100%.
And, for me, that's one of the biggest things is like, look, if that's a badass woman, I need to align myself, support. If they want to take whatever I can provide, I will do whatever I can to support that person. Because for me, that truly is collaborating, right?
That's right.
And it's not, I don't feel competition. I don't feel bad energy.
I don't even feel that energy at all with you guys.
No.
This has been such a safe space because you never know what to expect. So just so everyone knows, the viewers, we're new to each other. I had no idea. We've met each other and we've connected with each other, but we're not longtime high school friends or, I haven't known Marta going back 5 years. I still get a little bit of discomfort when it's a new space of women because you never know. So thank you guys for just extending to me a beautiful energy and embracing the fact that I'm an alpha, that I'm a Tauran, that I am a little bit stronger personality, that sometimes I'm shy, but sometimes I'm extra. Thank you guys for supporting that and just being who you are. And this space is so beautiful. I feel like the energy is so good here. And that's what we want to attract you. We want to share our energy with you, the positivity, no competition. We're not here to say whose dress is better or who makes more money at their job or who lives in a bigger house. We just want to be your friend and support your business.
Absolutely. And I want to say, we were talking about this, but I want to do an event. I said, I want to do an event on posing for pictures for the ladies that I serve. So I am going to connect.
Okay, I'm a posing coach and a fashion photographer, so I'm definitely happy to help in that way.
Her photography is badass. So I'm just look, I need pictures. I need to start building my portfolio. I want to start doing stuff.
Thank you.
I reached out to her. But anyways, that's enough for today. Thank you so much. This is a beautiful wrap up to the summer season. I'm debating if I'm gonna go back to my virtual or if I'm just gonna do these in person some more. But definitely,
these are great. This is amazing.
I know. And I'm just I'm debating if I'm gonna do maybe these once a month now in person or quarterly. But I will stay tuned. I'll let you guys know. But thank you so much for watching and supporting. You guys are amazing. God bless you guys. Have an amazing rest of your week. Bye.